I think steady at the wheel, job creation and investing in entrepreneurship, tax credits for small businesses, combined with some of the federal programs, the health insurance benefit or the health insurance credit, and maybe the jobs bill that they're debating in Congress right now would incentivize some small business job creation. But I think investing still in the emerging industries and encouraging people to get the skills to go to work or to get hired in some of the vacant jobs positions, which primarily are in healthcare occupations. But I think it's hard work, and I'm not going to promise anybody any quick fixes because I don't think it's going to happen. Now, if I become governor, I'm going to try to get rid of payday lending altogether in New Mexico. Because 36% has kind of been what we think interest should be capped at. I still think that's high, but it's not 600%, it's not 800%. So I think that's, an issue for New Mexicans about economic security. The thing with insurance companies, when we got the word that rates were going to go up 29%, I was the first one that said, no, we shouldn't do that, and that we couldn't do that. Then I think Blue Cross said, well, 21%, and then they finally said, okay, we'll have the hearings. But on things like that, I cast a tie-breaking vote when we were fighting really hard to have that 85-15 rule, which meant 85% of all insurance premiums had to go to direct services. Mm-hmm. They came back and they said, let's eliminate that part, so they could have a 20-25% administrative. And I cast the tie-breaking vote and did so proudly because a lot of these industries are making a lot of money. Meanwhile, everybody's health insurance premiums are going up on a regular basis. Opponent has never said one thing about the scourge of payday lending, or she's in fact defended industries. She wants to roll back regulations on industries. She wants to do the same old things that got us into this economic mess. Now she wants to change her stance on that a little bit. She's had about 3 or 4 stances on immigration since she did that. Where my opponent and I really part ways, her approach to education is test, and more test. And I can tell you, all the travels, almost 100 schools I visited in 7 years, talking to teachers, kids, parents, administrators, superintendents, I've never had anybody say we need more testing. It's never been a state lobbyist. I recused myself from all the votes on Mesa del Sol, and actually, at Board of Finance was the only place that I could have any voting authority, but I recused myself. And, I can't remember exactly. I asked the attorney at the Board of Finance. Mm-hmm. I think she said I didn't have to. If I didn't, I could make my own decision, but I made a decision to recuse myself. Let me just say, I'm not taking any lectures from Susana Martinez now that we know that she's part of the problem. She had a $60,000 no-bid contract to some shell business, really, that her assistant DA started. Mm-hmm. She gave out those bonuses inappropriately. Might not have been illegal, but it was unethical to give away that border security money. And the reason that, and no one has ever questioned my integrity. Both my husband and I have been small business owners for most of our lives. We've never had our integrity questioned. Nobody at the state level has ever questioned my integrity. If Susana Martinez wants to run against Bill Richardson, she had a chance to do that 4 years ago and she failed to take advantage of it. I'm not part of Bill's inside circle. Mm-hmm. I'm not part of his kind of boys club. I haven't been part of his inside circle. So I got elected to be lieutenant governor, and I tried to make the office purposeful and meaningful by working on the things that I thought were important. I took my small business background and I worked on micro lending. I worked on early childhood, after school, school-based health. But I don't have any authority, responsibility to even sit on the State Investment Council. And I didn't have any, I don't even sit when the governor's not here. There's no proxy power to go in there and vote. Mm-hmm. If the governor had died, I would have automatically been a member. Mm-hmm. But I don't have any authority. So I've never been to a State Investment Council meeting. And I can guarantee you the governor never consulted me about any kind of, I don't have the ability to give out contracts to anybody.
Think Bill Richardson was good for New Mexico?
I think Bill Richardson did some good things, but I think he's had, I think maybe when he began to, his aspirations grew beyond New Mexico. I think some of those things put New Mexico at risk.